Now let us begin solving some activities based on this passage. In this very first activity, we have to state whether the given statements are true or false. Now we'll know whether a statement is true if we find the exact same statement in the passage, supporting it or similar to it, and if we don't find that, then we know that the statement is false. Now the first statement here is that William wanted to move to a safer place. Now in the passage we have a sentence where Elizabeth, the mother, informed William that she wanted the family to move to a safer place. So it was not William who wanted it, but Elizabeth. So the answer over here has to be false. Now moving on to the next one. The branches of the tree were very long and extended. Now in the passage we know that the branches were very long and extended straight out from the trunk. So the answer has to be true. Now the next one. Corn, melon, pumpkins and cucumbers were already growing in the garden. Now here we have the corns, melons, pumpkins and the cucumbers were already growing. So the given statement is true. Now moving ahead to the next one. Father claimed that coat can be made of rubbery sap. Now did he suggest that a coat could be made? In the passage we come to know that the father claimed that they could make boots out of the rubbery sap. So the given statement is of course false. Now moving ahead to the next question. Why did the mother wish to shift the family to a tree house? Now of course she explained her reasons over here. When she told the father that she wanted the family to move to a safer place, she firstly said that the current camp was not only exposed but also very hot and dry as it is a tropical island. If they built a house up in one of the large trees, they would be safe from the jackals. Now when we are writing our answer, we will be including all the points that are given in the passage. If you miss out on any one point, you will lose marks over there. So we'll write our answer and we'll say that Elizabeth the mother wanted the family to move to a safer place. Their current camp was not only exposed to danger but also very hot and dry. If they built a house up in one of the large trees, they would be safe from jackals. Now moving ahead. Here we have to give one word from the passage for each. The first one is giving out or emitting. Now if you remember in the passage we had a line where a tree exuding, that giving out, emitting a rubbery sap. So emitting is the answer for the first one. The next we have the word very different, unusual. So that is described when we talk about the exotic plants. So exotic means different or unusual, rare. Now moving ahead to some grammar questions. In this very first grammar question, we have to pick out the coordinators from the given sentence. Their current camp was not only exposed but also very dry and hot. Now the first set of coordinator here is not only but also, and the second one is and. The next one, the men knotted a rope. Here we have to rewrite making it interrogative. Now in order to make it interrogative, we first need to get our question tag. Now how do we get our question tag? By paying attention to the verb that is already there in the sentence. The verb is knotted. Now knotted is in the past tense, so therefore we'll be selecting the helping verb did. And the question tag that we'll frame will be didn't. Now why didn't in the negative form? Because remember this point. If the sentence is affirmative, the question tag has to be negative. And if the sentence was negative, then the question tag would be affirmative. So didn't at the very end, but now you don't have to write a question tag. You have to make it interrogative. So you'll take the question tag didn't at the beginning of the sentence. And therefore you'll write your answer that didn't the men knot a rope, followed by a question mark. Now moving ahead to the next question. Give your opinions about the members of the Robinson family. Now let us recall the members of the Robinson family. We have the father, William, and the mother, Elizabeth. Then we have their sons, Fritz, Ernest, Frank, and Jack. Now we know that the father was very intelligent. We know that the mother was very brave and hardworking, and she always was concerned about the safety of her family. We know that the eldest son was always there to help his father, and of course the younger ones contributed to help the family with the best of their abilities. So based on these points, we'll start by saying that every member had an equally important role to play. The father, William Robinson, was an intelligent and resourceful person, while Mrs. Robinson or Elizabeth was a brave and hard-working woman and improvised to make her family comfortable and happy. Fritz Robinson was a courageous boy, carried out difficult tasks, mostly along with his father. Ernest, Jack and Franz too contributed to the family's welfare and helped the family to the best of their abilities.